Everyone, Jessica here again. We're going to do in this short little video a couple of sun salutations, both A and B, to warm your body up. So if you don't have a lot of time to practice, but you want to do something to just get the blood flowing, to work out the muscles a little bit, get a little bit of a stretch, this is a wonderful series to do. Some of you have done this before with me, but some of you have not. So I'm going to do the first one really slow and talk you through it. We're going to start with 3 rounds of Sun A after I walk you through it once. And then we'll move on to the Sun B salutations. So to start with, you're going to come to the front of your mat and you're going to lengthen, get as tall as you can, draw your shoulders up, back and down, bring your hands out to your side. From here, you're going to inhale and bring your arms up overhead. And on your exhale, you're going to fold flat back all the way down. At the very end, you'll round and either put your hands on your shins or the floor, depending on what you can reach. Look down towards your knees. From here, you're going to press into your shins or the floor to look up halfway. Notice that my back is flat. And then you're going to round back down. Plant your hands on the floor. Take as many steps back as you need to get into a plank position. You can also do this from your knees. Then lower down, elbows are hugged into your body all the way down to the ground. Uncurl your toes, press into your arms, lift up. Keep your elbows bent here. Lower back down, toes curl back under. Either press up to a plank or you can bring your hips back to your heels, and then either way, you're going to come to your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Notice that my hands are very big and bright, like starfish, and I'm just pressing into my hands to lengthen my arms and look down towards my knees. After your 3rd breath, look up towards your hands. Take as many steps as you need to come back to the front of your mat and back to a half flat back. Round down, look down towards your knees. Arms come out to the side, flat back again. So you come all the way up, arms come overhead, and back to center. So we're going to do 3 more just like that. Start with your arms down alongside your body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold flat spine until the very end. Hands come to the floor or your shins. Lift up halfway and look forward. Then fold, bring your hands down to the floor, step back to plank. Come from knees or toes as you lower all the way down. Uncurl your toes, lift up to a back bend. Lower back down, toes curl under, press up to plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Take 3 slow breaths here. Keep pressing into your hands, lengthen through your arms, stretch back. Take 1 more breath here. Look forward to your hands. Take as many steps as you need to come back to the front to that half flat back. And then fold down. Arms come out to the side, lift all the way up. And down to center. 2nd round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Lift up halfway. Look forward. Then fold, plant your hands, step your feet back to plank. Lower down from knees or toes. Uncurl your toes, lift up to a back bend. Fold back down, toes curl under, press up to a plank or bring your hips back to your heels. And then unfold to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Notice your breath. Strong arms, strong legs. After your third round of breath, look up to your hands. Take as many steps or hop to the front of the mat. Land in a half flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead and come back to center. Second round. Moving into third round. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move from knees or toes all the way down, elbows hug in. Uncurl your toes, lift up to a back bend. Lower back down, curl your toes under, hips to heels, or plank, up to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Look up towards your hands, step or hop to the front of your mat. Come up halfway, flat spine, round back down. Inhale all the way up and back to center. That was 3 rounds. Nice job. We're going to add on to that just a little bit. So we're going to add in a warrior 2. Let's do a warrior 1. We're going to add a warrior 1 into the middle. And a warrior 1 is going to be where from your downward facing dog, you're going to step your right foot forward. It might take a couple steps, that's fine. You're going to either stay up on your back toes or spin your heel down. Notice there's a little bit of space, so it's more like I'm on railroad tracks than a tightrope. Bend your right knee, nice deep bend. Then lift your arms. So we're going to do that in between the little series that we just did. So we're going to do 2 rounds like that. I'll keep talking you through it. Just do the best you can. Come back to the front of your mat. Take a breath and let it go. Inhale, lift your arms up. This time, sink your hips down like you're sitting in a chair. And then fold. Lift up halfway. Fold down. Step your feet back to plank. Lower down from knees or toes. Lift up to cobra. Lower down, curl your toes under. Come back up through plank or hips to heels to downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Again, you can either stay up on your heel, on the bow mound of your foot, or spin your heel down. So rise up. Deep bend in your right knee. Exhale, fold right back down. Hands come to the floor. You come back to the toes of your left foot. Step back to plank, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Press back to downward facing dog. Look forward. Take a big step forward with your left foot. Right heel stays on your toes or up on, spins down to the floor. Lift all the way up. Exhale back down. Come to the toes of your right foot. We'll lower down one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you can either take 3 breaths here or come down to a child's form. If you're in a child's form, come back to downward facing dog. Look forward, step or hop. Come to that flat spine and fold. Lift all the way up overhead and sink down into that chair again. Fierce pose, fierce warriors. And come back to standing. We're going to do one more round just like that. Inhale, lift your arms, sink your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower from knees or toes all the way down. Lift up to cobra. Come back through plank or hips to heels to downward facing dog. Look forward, step your left foot forward. Right heel comes down or stay on your toes, lift up. Exhale, right back down. One more time, move through plank, lower down, lift up. Come back to downward facing dog. Maybe come down to child's form. Take 3 breaths. After your 3 breaths, come back to downward facing dog if you're in child's form. Look to the top of the mat, step or hop, come to a flat spine, and fold back down. Arms come out to the side as you lower your hips, and back to standing. End of round 2. So that's a nice warm-up that you can do if you just want to get things flowing a little bit of a stretch. You might choose to move on to one of the other videos after that warm-up, or that might be enough for you for today. Thanks for joining me.